It's presenting an interesting opportunity for me to reevaluate whether what I've done for the last, God, we're talking about probably close to 40 years of playing guitar at this
Hmm.
point. And it's causing me to reevaluate whether I've ever actually practiced, you know,
Wow,
uh,
yeah,
in the sense of like systematically using the kind of strategies that actually help you advance towards the goals that you set for yourself rather than continually just like, just feeling like you're grinding away without making any forward progress. The slow practice technique it's not that I wasn't aware of it, right? It's just that I could never quite force myself to do it after, years and years. And I would go through these bouts of practicing very fastidiously and then kind of get away from it. So yeah, that's been just that alone is incredibly helpful. You're
everything.
pulling it off. Like you're really pulling it off. I mean, you know, I I can sense how much is involved, and it's like please know
Yeah,
that like I admire. I mean, I just see it, and I trust your ability to do all this stuff. Yeah, it's
yeah.
amazing.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Yeah,
I've had teachers, right? Like, I mean, I've done lessons, but invariably, I would feel like it's just not what I need. Like,
totally.
whatever's going on here is just like it's not helping.
Yeah,
Or it would be like just keep doing this one thing and it will make sense. Actually, does not work for me. You know,
yeah,
like make it make sense now, and then I can keep doing it because
yeah,
like just being able to focus on one thing for extended periods of time, because I have to believe that what I'm doing is helping, right? Because if it feels meaningless, then you know. So like just the level of attention to the just the details of technique was just never even part of the kind of instruction that I've received or the kind of tutelage that I've sought out. It's always just like, well, just keep drilling and keep drilling. But I was always drilling the wrong stuff,
exactly.
So
Yeah, yeah,
this is, I mean, this is all of this is, again, is to say that like this is, I think you're when you were saying earlier that you are the teacher that you needed, right? Like, anyway, I really appreciate not just your, the knowledge base, but there's a kind of intuitive pedagogical thing that just comes, naturally to you that I'm just all here for. So breaking things down and actually showing me where it's not clicking on the fundamental level is like those are literally the things that I've just been beating my brains out against
yeah,
for decades, So that's one of the reasons why I was just like, yeah, I'm all in, like because
yeah.
like when we first chatted, line of inquiry was kind of along, it was kind of along emotional lines. Like, how does it make you feel that like you've gotten stuck at this point? And what I didn't mention at that, I mean, I mentioned, well, it's like it's actually kind of fucked things up, like because I've had some opportunities, like I've had some serious opportunities that like they're I love remembering them. In fact, like my kid's middle name is based on one of these experiences. Like, but the fact that they're little one-offs is like feels like I blew it. And so by that, what I'm referring to is like I, I played on the stage with Jason Isbell over and over. Like I played at the Ryman on stage with Marty Stewart, right? Like so those experiences are like, all right, whatever it takes to like get in the door, I can get in the door, but I don't have the thing that it takes to stay, Like, so I've got all these experiences that are like things that I've toured all over the world, well, all over Europe and Scandinavia and, played Canadian folk festivals over and over where, like hanging out with Bela Fleck and Abigail. These are like the most technically proficient players on the planet,
Yeah.
right? That keep getting invited back, you know? So like that was the piece, like getting in the door. I got in the door. Like my kid's middle name is Ryman, because his mom was pregnant with him when we were playing. Like there's photos of there's one moment in my life which was a micro nanosecond where I knew more about music than Marty Stewart, which was the amount of time that it took me to tell him that we were in C minor. So anyway, like, yeah, my inability to resolve these things on my own has been a source of serious frustration because, like, any one of those opportunities should have led to the next thing. And there's some other geographical factors that I'll gloss over, but it's like, so like my effusiveness, in terms of like saying to you that, like, thank you for actually figuring out, for synthesizing it all, right? Like, for being able to get yourself to that point of feeling the resolution, of understanding that, like, you actually do understand how it works, is your ability to communicate it to other people who are not just, it's only the people that are ready to hear it, right?
Yeah.
But like, I'm not just ready to hear it. I've been ready to hear it for 30 fucking years.
Yeah.
And some of those years were like, okay, it's in my hands, right? So my endorsement will be, good luck shutting me up, is what I'm saying.
Wow.
It's like
It's really appreciated. Yeah.
like, yeah, I mean, this is this is exactly the thing, right? So
Yeah. Wow. I really appreciate that. And it's really funny you said like some people are like some people aren't ready to hear it. What I've been encountering as I've been talking to a lot of people in the last few weeks are that generally speaking, the people who see the most value in like this program and the people who join tend to be people who are more advanced. And when I've been talking to people who are sort of like intermediate hobby guitar players, they're like, well, I'm a better guitar player than my friends, so I'm really good at guitar. And I'm just kind of like, huh, like, I mean, that's fine. Like, they're going to do what they're going to do. But it's just really funny that the people who are the most experienced are the people who are most like, oh, this is exactly what I need, which is cool for me as a teacher. Working with advanced musicians is really rewarding. I'm really glad that it's working.
I'm gonna be respectful of your time and cut you loose, but I'll say that, like you're mapping out a language that already exists, but it's all the stuff that, the serious musos that like, who have just like assimilated it all, and they can just, like, this is the language that they have internalized, but they don't have the meta language, right? So you're developing a meta language that's technique oriented, but also creativity oriented. The people that you're attracting to this program are the people who are actually going to do interesting stuff as a result of it. It's a subset, but it's a seriously passionate subset. More effusiveness, but like, I'm also, like, this is just sort of working for me on enough levels, and they're all my favorite levels, right?
Yeah.
So it's just really good, and like, I mean, I'm all in.